Hey, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So I recently made a video called Top 10 Japanese Words that you need to know when you're traveling Japan. There's probably a better name than that. So those were my kind of top 10 very simple kinds of Japanese words that you need to know if you're traveling for a shorter amount of time, probably about a week-ish. If you're staying in Japan for a bit longer, or if you kind of already knew those words and you want to expand a little bit, here are some more 10 more Japanese words that are going to be very helpful, specifically if you're traveling Japan, because I've had lots of visitors come and visit me in Japan, and these are the kinds of things that they want to know how to say, or things that would be very helpful if you could understand what they are. Quick note before we get started, I am not fluent. I'm not 100% fluent in Japanese, so don't copy me exactly, but again, if you're traveling Japan, it doesn't matter too much what your pronunciation is like, just as long as you're trying to speak the language. It means a lot if you just try. The first one is Ikura deska, and that means how much is this? A lot of shops nowadays, they actually have like a little calculator, so if they sense that you possibly can't speak much Japanese, but you ask them Ikura deska, they can type it out on a calculator and then show you the price. And that's so helpful and so useful. So yeah, this is a very helpful one to know how to say. So the next one is doregurai desu ka? I think my pronunciation is not very good on this one, but this one basically means how long, how far, how much. So when you're in a taxi and you say, take me here, and they'll be like, okay, and then you can say doregurai desu ka, as in how long is it gonna take? And then they'll probably reply in Japanese, in which case I hope you know your numbers. Or if you want to walk somewhere and you ask somebody how far it is on a map, you could say doregurai, and then you can do this, which means walking. You get really good at charades when you're traveling Japan, and then they may say like, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, something like that. It's very useful to know how to say this. Number 3 is Osusume wa, which means what's your recommendation? So this is really great if you're in a restaurant, if you're a foodie and you want to know what's the most recommended item on the menu, what's their like specialty of the day, or whatever the chef recommends, something like that. You can say Osusume wa, and they may tell you what the recommended dish is, and they'll probably reel it all off to you in Japanese, and you could just say, Hai, onegaishimasu. And that's all you need to do, and you'll have a delicious meal right in front of you. Number 4, speaking of restaurants, is okaike onegaishimasu. Okaike, which means check or bill kind of thing. And onegaishimasu just means please, thank you, that kind of thing, which I covered in my previous video, so go check it out. So okaike onegaishimasu, you can just say sumimasen, and then someone will run over and you say okaike onegaishimasu, and they'll know exactly what you mean. Very useful, and it sounds a lot better than check, please. So give it a go. Another one also useful for in restaurants, and that is Betsu dekimaska, and that means can I pay separately? Or basically means like separately can I kind of thing. You can just say betsu and they'll know what you mean. This is very useful because in Japan they will very often put all of your, like if you're sitting in a group of people, they'll put the whole bill together. So sometimes they're able to separate it, sometimes they're not. I have found that in Tokyo they're more likely to be able to separate it than when I was in Osaka. Yes, prepare for them to say no. So maybe like check out the menu before and roughly figure out how much you spent on your meal. The next one is ii desu ka. This is a very vague kind of thing. Ii basically means good, and desu ka is a question, so it kind of means is it good, but can also mean is it okay, like may I kind of thing. So if somebody offers you like, I don't know, like a sample in a shop, and they're like, Hai, dozo, you can say, ii desu ka, like is it okay, is it good, are you sure, that's fine kind of thing. It's not like a huge necessity, but it's very polite, and I think lots of people would appreciate you using this one. Also, it's used quite a lot. Japanese people may use it for you if you do something nice for someone, or you let someone in front of you, they may say, ii desu ka. It's just kind of helpful to know what they're saying, because you may think that it's something else, and it's really just a like, is it fine, is that okay kind of thing. So useful to know this one. Number 7 on my list, yes. Number 7 on my list is very useful when you're at restaurants or hotels especially, or like tour groups or something like that, and that is yoyaku arimas. Or they may ask yoyaku arimaska, which means do you have a reservation? And you can say yoyaku arimasu. You can, kind of just useful to know what yoyaku means. That means reservation. So make sure that you know what this word means, because you probably get asked it quite a lot if you're doing a lot of travel in Japan. You can walk straight up to the hotel counter with confidence and say yoyaku arimasu, and then give them your name, and it will all run smoothly from there, hopefully. But I found this one to be very, very useful when I was traveling Japan, and now when I live here I use it all the time. Number 8, so useful when you're traveling because you'll be on the trains all the time, and that is Nanban noriban deska. You can just say Nanban noriban as well. And that means, what platform is it? Because, oh my goodness, the trains can be so complicated in Japan, and sometimes you just want to know which platform it is because there's so many trains to catch and the signs are often in Japanese and it's a bit confusing. So if you can just go to one of the ticket gate people, you could show them your Google Maps thing and be like, hey, look at this, like this is where I want to go. Nanban noriban desu ka? Or Nanban noriban. And they'll be able to say, Goban, Nanaban, whatever it is. But also if you don't know the numbers, you can just say Nanban noriban and they may say Hachiban and you'll be like, huh? And then they'll probably spell it out for you a little bit and give you the, well, I don't know what this sign language is. They'll give you the numbers or something like that. So yeah, very, very useful to know how to say this one. It'll save you so many accidental train trips if you know how to say what platform is it. Number 9, speaking of trains, this one is useful if you're catching the Shinkansen, which I know many people do if they're traveling Japan. That is Jiuuseki. Jiuuseki means unreserved seat. So when you catch the Shinkansen, you can get a reserved seat or an unreserved seat. Unreserved is obviously cheaper. It just means you get on the train and there's no guarantee that you will have a seat. But there's usually seats available unless it's like peak hour. Most of the time, I will just say Jiuuseki. Actually, yeah, I've never paid for a reserved seat because I'm cheap. But yeah, I've never really had any issues getting a seat on the Shinkansen. But yes, they may say when you're buying your ticket, they may say Jiuuseki ka Shiteiseki wa dochira desu ka? And that means, do you want an unreserved seat or do you want a reserved seat? And you can just say Jiuuseki onegaishimasu. So yeah, very useful to know this one. And the last one, which is one that I just said before, which is Shiteiseki, which is reserved seat. So yeah, this is useful if you are traveling in peak hour from like Osaka to Tokyo or Tokyo to Osaka. There's gonna be a lot more people on the Shinkansen. So yeah, this is when you may want to say Shiteiseki onegaishimasu, and then you can get a wonderful reserved seat on the bullet train. So that's it for my second video of top 10 words that you need to know when you're traveling Japan. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments down below if this is helpful to you, if you're coming to Japan soon. What else do you want to know how to say in Japanese? What else do you think is going to be useful? And maybe I'll make another one. Who knows? But yeah, let me know if this is helpful to you. And yes, that is all I've got to say, I'm pretty sure. If you like this video, like it. If you want to see more, you can subscribe. If you don't want to see any more, that's cool. See you later. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!